All right. So I just wanted to do a little recap on some of these options. I've been trying to get in a little bit to swing and day trading some options. So I took a few trades today and yesterday between Apple and Amazon. So first thing, looking at Amazon, yesterday I noticed we were bouncing pretty hard off this lower trend line, and I went ahead and got some longs down here. Really just anticipating that we're going to retest this upper trend line. Um, Yeah, and the main reason I took this play is because I missed something like this on Tesla back at the beginning of August, when it started ripping off this lower trend line at the beginning of August. Easily could have gotten in some longs any one of those days, and that would have freaking boomed. So I got a lot of FOMO from that because I was watching that, and I even took like some. I remember watching this break, and I tried taking the puts, lost, and then I took like a small winning trade just literally on the reclaim that day, but I could have swung it for such a nice winner. But anyways, learn from it. We took that Amazon trade yesterday, around 12, I believe. Yeah, I believe price was somewhere around here. It was like 12:30. There wasn't a ton of technicals to it. It was really just that fact that I thought we could bounce up there. Um, and we did. I sold this at open for a nice fat gain. And then price starts breaking out of this upper trend line level. So I took a stab at it. Didn't get the best fill. I think we got in around like the somewhere in here, and I ended up cashing out after like 80, 90 cents of price movement. Um, just really, I didn't have the best plan on that. I just felt like we were going to keep going higher. And um, hold on, looking at the S&P real quick. I'm in a day trade right now. I'm about to get stopped out. Um, yeah, but anyways, got a little move on that. Paper handed it a ton, but if I would have held to my target anyway, I would have stopped out because that was target. Then I was kind of watching for more of a pullback to hold to get long. I tried longs when this pullback to EMA started holding, stopped out down here. Tried it again one more time, got a little bit of run up and stopped out. Overall, between those 3 day trades, just a tiny, tiny loss. Probably about 5-10%. Nothing compared to that big win earlier. And then I'll get into that Apple play. So just a little bit different this time. I noticed yesterday we were already freaking rallying way above um, this upper trend line resistance, getting a nice big break. And I saw that we had some room to go to get back to these all-time highs. So this was pretty similar, except I did have like a bit of a kind of like intraday trend line break when I get in. Got some nice run up and then pulled back. And then overnight we started rejecting this 39 level, which rejected from that initial pump. Um, and at open, again, rejected that pretty hard. Sold off. I was getting decently close to my stop loss. Here, let's see if I can pull up a picture. One moment. Okay. So this was my OG stop, and I actually boosted it just right here when price was selling off at open. And then when price was hitting this resistance, I was checking my contracts, and they were up pretty decent for how little of a move this was. And I went ahead and scaled out for a few main reasons. One, we're already catching like the second part of this move. We've already had the breakout. Two, we're coming into this key resistance, and contracts are up a bit. And three, I can just simply get in another setup. If this does have a strong break, I can look for ways to get long above this level for continuation on that move. And you can see nothing really set up. So it was a great exit. So yeah, a couple trades on Amazon. Could have done a little bit better on some of those, but kind of trying to learn some swing trading, learn some day trading. So I'm a little bit loose with stuff. If it looks good and I have a good solid plan and thesis and I don't have to put a ton of risk on, I'm probably going to be fine to take it. But just kind of doing this for myself, just to kind of start learning from it. But that's gonna be all for this, and we'll make a day trading video here soon.